Hey lovely friends, here's a sneak peek of my first angel mould resin adventure. Angels and seahorses popping out of the moulds. I'm going to show you some seahorses in a moment. Aren't they just adorable? Can't wait to show you the full process. So welcome to my channel and thank you so much to my subscribers and my dear members. You really help me on this journey and keep my channel going. So today is another Talent Tuesday and this video is dedicated to my gorgeous friend Kim from Kim's Art Alchemy. So let's get into this today. We've got our first resin mold beginner's tutorial with angels. So just before I dive in, I just want to say a shout out to my lovely friend Kim from Kim's Art Alchemy. I wonder what beautiful creation she has today, but also she's been so patient with me with my not mixing and all the naughty things I've been doing with resin lately and in my experiments. And I just have to show you now some unmolding of what I've just been experimenting with off camera. So here's a candle mold, and the ones I'm just about to show you are little seahorses. And I know Donna from It's Art by Donna adores seahorses, so there's one for you, Donna. And I have to do some green ones, won't I, because you love green. But look how dinky they are. They're so cute. So I'm taking out the two small seahorses and the two big ones, and I've got some upcoming projects the next few weeks coming up, which is basically painting with acrylic pouring on tissue boxes, and I'm going to put the seahorses on there and angels, and I'm going to make Christmas presents. So stay along for the ride. It's going to be quite an exciting one. So I thought I'd get the moulds and put them either side of the top of the tissue box, and the bigger moulds I thought I'd put down the bottom. And I've got different ideas with how I'm going to do the angel moulds. So let's dive in to my first resin angel mould. This is a beginner resin tutorial and I'm using 3 magical colours and I'm using all pigments. So I'm just so excited. Everybody watching, your support makes these playful magical experiments possible. So first of all, I have mixed the resin and I've done it 1:1 and it's Let's Resin. They are amazing resin and I'm doing a bit of a promotional video for them today, but also in the future I'm going to be featuring their coaster molds and some more of their pigments. So thank you especially to Cassie from Let's Resin, who is sending me these products, and she is the most amazing person and she's right on the mark with what you need to mix. And check out their new website as well. There's a website with tutorials on there and loads of interesting products. So first of all, I decided to put in a very thin layer of clear resin. This is epoxy resin, and I'm learning as I go along the differences between epoxy resin and UV resin. For filling molds, epoxy resin is fantastic, and for that beautiful shine as well. So this is the white pigment. It's a shimmery white and it's a little iridescent and quite shimmery. It's called Comet and it's by Little Piggy. I don't know if you're familiar with those pigments. I've had some for a while and I've used them in other pours that I've done just straight acrylic pouring. And today I'm just using the cups that Let's Resin very kindly sent me, and I'm pouring out the Comet pigment first of all. And I'm just seeing how it lands in the resin because I'm playing with resin for the first time. So you're on this new beginner's journey with me, and I've observed so many of my lovely art family and community and the resin they've made. And I'm going to be dedicating different videos to different people because of how they've inspired me, and just a shout out for them because of the amazing work they do and the people that they are. I love to dedicate my videos to at least one person. So today this is for Kim, because you are an angel, my darling, and love you very much. And yeah, it just seemed to really fit. So here's the golden pigment by Let's Resin, and I'm now using this, and I'm really trying to get some of that golden around the top of the angel head to give it a bit of a golden aura. I don't know if anyone has an affinity with Archangel Michael. I've always felt his strength so strongly in my life, and I feel guided So I just want to send out some light energy to anyone listening today. When I think of angels, I always think of dear Rosie, my baby that I lost many years ago, and I always think of her dearly, and anyone that's ever lost a child. But also I feel her spirit with me, and I'm blessed now to be a grandmother, and there's a beautiful girl, baby girl Aubrey, that's in our lives, and Brody. So very blessed to have them in our lives, even though they don't live close by. And it just shows no matter what age you're at in life, a child can come into your life when you least expect it. But angels and children for me just go hand in hand, and also people who are of that sort of energy. So my best friend Sarah, who passed 5 years ago, her husband put an angel on her grave, and my dear friend Colin created angel wings that I've got in the garden, and so she's with us everywhere. So I think of lots of people when I think of angels, when they've got angelic sort of energy, and Kim is an angel. She's an angel in my life, and she's an angel in so many different people's lives. So I just dedicate this to Kim and everybody who loves angels. So you can just see just there I used a toothpick, or a cocktail stick as some of you call it, to swirl the patterns around, because I want a really mixed sort of ethereal feeling. And I'm using 3 pigments, and these pigments are really magical colours, and blue, gold and white are the colours of Archangel Michael, and that's why I'm using the blue. And I wanted to have the opportunity to sort of use both sides of the angel mould, even though I'm not familiar at this point how it's going to turn out. I've got no idea, but I thought at least I can see what it's going to look like on this side, and I've got a feeling that on the other side the clear and the white is going to give it like a really mystical angel sort of feeling. So I mixed the resin properly. I finally got it right, and I used these 3 stunning pigments from Let's Resin: the shimmering gold and the celestial blue, and the little piggy comet, because it's so clear and mixes just so well. I had a bit of an experiment just before I did this, and I used them in the seahorses that you saw earlier, in the candle mould as well. They swirl together like ethereal clouds, like they're catching the moonlight or something. Pure magic. So you can tell how I'm mixing here that I'm really just going with my gut and how I feel I want to sort of mix it. And there's a bit of the acrylic pouring side of me that I'm used to, pouring acrylic paint. And on the side, out off camera, I was mixing the gold and the white together in one pot, and that's given me an idea for actually pouring from 1 cup. And I heard recently that Moose, from Moose Craze Art, she did a split cup with resin. So I'm fascinated to see that, and there's so many new ideas coming out now. So I'm going to be mixing resin in 1 cup at one point and trying out that as well. And I wanted to use 3 really simple colours because this is the first time that I'm using moulds. So I just want to see how it turns out. And you see the little hearts at the bottom? That's the hole that's going to come through the mould. Can you see there? This is one of the cups that I accidentally mixed white and gold together, and that's what gave me the idea about mixing it and pouring it from a cup. So you can see it's got a very mystical ethereal look to it. So I used my heat gun as well to get rid of any bubbles, and then I left the moulds. So enjoy the music for a moment, and I'll be back shortly to show you the unmolding of these angels. after swirling around and playing around with my cocktail stick and carefully filling the moulds, I watched the colours settle, and now comes the exciting bit. Unmolding the angels. The shimmer catches every curve. Look at that. It's solid, very, very slightly bendy, but almost cured. So let's see them come to life. So satisfying. They come out so easily. I love the colours. I can't wait to see the other side. What's it going to look like? So I slip it off really easily, and you can see I only filled the mould halfway because I wanted them to be quite thin. I didn't really want thick ones, but you can have really thick ones, and I imagine they stand up quite easily as well. So you can see that very slightly still bendy. I'm going to be really tip top with my measuring next time, but look at the other side. Love it. So that's the beauty of the mould. You can see there's a slight indentation where it's like a step down, and it gives you that 3D effect. So now for the little angel. I'm so pleased. I actually ended up giving these angels to the local priest. I rent out a really lovely room with beautiful energy in this back of this church, and there's a new priest there, so I had a little catch-up meeting with him to talk about the room hire and the church and to make sure everything was fine. And I wanted to give them to him, and he said he absolutely loved them. They're his colours, and also he's very understated when it comes to Christmas decorations, so he wanted to put them up. So I'm so pleased. What do you think? So in the coming weeks, these little angels and seahorses will be landing on tissue boxes for Christmas presents. I'm going to be pouring and fixing resin directly onto the boxes. So these angels and the seahorses, I'm experimenting with more colours, more shimmer, and of course a few more playful mishaps. So I am planning on doing more resin adventures. What do you think? Next week I'll be pouring directly on a tissue box, and I'll be fixing on the seahorses. So be ready for more shimmer, colour and happy chaos. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell so you join in all the Talent Tuesday fun. And let's go across now and see the amazing Kim from Kim's Art Alchemy. I wonder what beauty she's created today. So keep shining. And don't forget that your art is a piece of you. Thank you so much for being here today, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. Standing